So for this part, we're going to be working on the front apron, the red ribbon, and the bow in the back. Okay, so we're going to start off with the front apron, and we're going to do a slip knot to begin with. Okay, and then after that, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 12. So there's go chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now that we have a 12 chain, what we're going to do is we're going to skip 2 stitches and work into the 3rd stitch, and we're going to put a double crochet into it. And then we're going to chain 1, and then into the same stitch again, we're going to put 1 double crochet. And we have made an increase. And then in the next 8 stitch, we're going to put in 1 double crochet. So now that you finish putting your 8 double crochet into the last stitch, what we're going to do is we're going to do an increase. So 1 double crochet, then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet back into the same stitch. And now we have made an increase. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet into the same stitch. Let's go 1. And then 2. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1 and then put 1 more double crochet into the same stitch. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work in the back of the chain that we did. So we're going to do double crochet right in the back. So now that we're done with our double crochet in the back, and then we're back to the first stitch that we're working on, we're going to put 1 double crochet into that. We're going to do an increase, and we're going to put 1 double crochet into that same stitch. And then we're going to chain 1, and then once again to that same stitch, we're going to put another double crochet for an increase. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch that we did. And then we're going to fasten off, and that will end our first round for the apron. Alright, for the second round for the apron, we're going to change color. So where we're going to do it is we're going to find our increase, and we're going to tie on our black yarn, because we're going to change it to black now. And then once I have it tied on, I'm going to do 1 double crochet. Into the increase. And then I'm just going to keep on double crocheting until I hit the second increase. So go ahead and just double crochet all along the side until you get to the second increase. Okay. And then once you get to the second increase, go ahead and increase. So now that I'm at the increase, I'm going to increase again. I'm going to do 1 more, my last double crochet. And then into the increase, I'm going to make an increase. So I'm going to go into the increase. I'm going to do 1 double crochet. And then I'm going to chain 1 and then 1 more double crochet into the increase. So I'll be working into the increase in order to increase. And then from there, I'm going to do my double crochet across. So now I'm going to do my last stitch. My last double crochet. I'm sorry about that. And then once again, I'm going to increase again, and then into the increase, I'm going to do 1 double crochet, chain 1, and then back into the increase. I'm going to do another double crochet. Okay? And then from there onto the other side, I'm just going to do a double crochet. Okay, so once I'm finished with doing my double crochet all the way along the side, I'm going to finish my last one into the increase. Okay, so now that I'm done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 to go up, and I'm going to turn my work. And then once again, along the side until I hit my increase, I'm just going to put in 1 double crochet into every single stitch until I hit the increase again. So then once I go back, hit the increase again, I'm just going to do another increase into the increase and then double crochet until I get to another increase, and then I'm going to double crochet back along the side. And there you have it. This is me being done with row 3. And this is how it should look when it's done. I'm just going to cut. Now, I cut it off a little bit too short. Now for you guys probably want a longer string so that you guys can use that to sew it onto your dress. So cut a longer string and don't cut it too short like I did. Alright, so now I'm going to be doing the red ribbon, the one that wraps around the waist. And how I'm going to start, I'm going to do a slip knot to begin with. And then for the red ribbon, what I'm going to chain is I'm going to chain 62. And then this will be part 1 for the red ribbon. So go ahead and continue chaining until you get 62 chain. Alright, so now that I'm finished with my 62 chain, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the first 2 stitch and double crochet into the next one. Now for round 1 for the red ribbon, you're just going to double crochet into every single stitch that you see all the way until you get to the end. So go ahead and continue double crocheting until you get to the end. Alright, so now that I'm finished with my double crocheting all the way towards the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 to go up, and I'm going to turn my work, and then I'm just going to start double crocheting again, and this will be for round 2. Now for round 3 and 4, you're just going to be doing the same thing. You're going to chain 1 to turn, and then turn your work, and then go ahead and just continue double crocheting all the way across to get the ribbon. Okay, once you're done with your ribbon, it should look something like this with just 4 rows. And then that's it for the ribbon part. For the ribbon one, part 1. And then of course, leave a long string behind so that you can use that to sew it onto your outfit. And that is the ribbon part 1. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the ribbon part 2. Okay, so how we're going to start for this part, we're going to go ahead and do our slip knot. Okay, and after we do our slip knot, we're going to chain 18. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go ahead and keep on chaining until you get 18 chain. Okay, once you get 18 chain, what we're going to do is we're going to skip the first 2 stitch, and we're going to be working straight. We're going to be doing double crochet into the 3rd stitch from the hook. And then that will be your first double crochet. And then go ahead and put 7 more double crochet in. And then in total, you should have 8 double crochet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 to go up. And then we're going to turn our work around, and we're just going to double crochet right across those 8 double crochet. And then that will be the pattern of this part, of this side. And then you're going to just want to keep on doing that till you get 8 rows. Okay, so I'm done with my first side, and then I have 8 rows. So I'm just going to cut this off. Okay, and then that's the first side. Now we're going to be working on the other 8. So into the second stitch, closest to the one where you left off the first round, we're just going to tie in our string. Okay, and then right there, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a double crochet. And then just like how the other side, we're just going to be putting 8 double crochet into the last 8 stitches. Let's go my first double crochet. So keep on double crocheting until you get to the end. And when you do get to the end, you should have a total of 8 double crochet. Alright, so now that I have reached the end and I have 8 double crochet, I'm gonna once again chain up, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm gonna work right across to the end again, just like how we did the other one. And then once again, you just want to keep on doing that until you have 8 rows in total. Okay, so when you're done, you should have something that looks like this. Alright, so now we're going to start on the bow. And we're going to start off with a slip knot. Okay, for the bow, we want to chain 22. So go ahead and keep on chaining until you get 22 chains. Alright, so now that I have my 22 chain, I'm going to skip the first 2 stitch and work into the 3rd stitch. Okay, so I'm going to do my double crochet into the 3rd stitch. And then go ahead and just continue double crocheting all the way until you get to the other side of your chain. Alright, so now that I'm done with my first round for the bow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain up and turn my work. And now I'm going to start my second round. And once again, I'm just going to double crochet all the way across. And then for row 3 all the way to row 8, go ahead and just continue double crocheting all the way across for 8 rows total. Alright, so now that I'm done with my 8 rows total, you should have a rectangle shape looking like this. And then of course for the bow, in order to form it, we're going to make a centerpiece for the bow. And then we're just going to connect it together right there in the middle to form our bow. Alright, so now we just want to clean up our sides with single crochet stitch. And then in the first one, I'm going to put 3 single crochet. just to turn my corner, to make that turn my corner. And then evenly all the way around your bow, you're going to just want to do single crochet all the way around the bow as evenly as you can to make it the edges look more pretty and pretty much clean up the edges. Alright, so now that I'm at the corner, once again I'm going to put 3 single crochet stitch into the corner to make my turn. And then after you make your turn, you just want to go ahead and continue doing single crochet stitch all the way around. And then you should get something that looks like that. So go ahead and continue doing your single crochet stitch all the way around until you get to the corner. Alright, so now that you're done, you should have something that looks similar to this. And just remember, once you guys get to the corner, just put 3 single crochet stitch into the corner to make your turn. Alright, and then there you have it for part 1 of the bow. Now we're going to do the center, and then we're going to start off with the slip knot. Now for the center, we're going to start off by chaining 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then now we're going to skip the first 2 stitch and we're going to work right into the 3rd stitch. And we're going to put in a double crochet. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Go and just crochet all the way across. And then you should end up with a total of 5 double crochet. Right, so once you get your 5 double crochet, we're going to chain 1 to go up, and we're going to flip our work over, and then once again just going to do 5 double crochet once again all the way to the end. And then go ahead and just continue with that pattern all the way across until you get 8 rows. Okay, so now that I'm done with my 8 rows with 5 double crochet, and then that will be the center of our bow. So we're going to grab a square, grab right there in the middle, and then we're going to wrap our center for that bow right in the middle. And of course, you know, in the back, you guys just want to sew that together so we're close. And then there you have it. That's your bow. Okay, and then once you're done with all your pieces, you should have something that looks like this. Now we're going to start with sewing on to the front on first. So you're going to have your front apron, and then you're going to sew on your red ribbon right around the waist. So, you know, just kind of even it out and lay it out first, and then you want to sew on your apron first, and then you want to sew on your red ribbon right on top of the apron. Okay, so that's the front. Now we're going to look into the back. Now the back, go ahead and just sew the red ribbon together, and then sew it onto your outfit. Now we're going to start with the ribbon part 2, and then we're going to sew that one on first, and then you want to sew on your bow last to cover it. And then you'll have something that looks like that. And then that's it for the little Hmong girl's outfit. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. And then once again, if you guys are looking for the handwritten instruction and the different sizes, I do have a link on the bottom that you guys can click to and to get to that information. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and happy crocheting.